everybody to another great episode of Real Life Matters. Today we're having a very special episode of Real Life Matters. It's for the Durham Caribbean Festival. Also, make sure to log on June 27th this month. Log into Durham Caribbean Festival and you're going to see the virtual showcase of Durham Caribbean Festival. They have a lot of artists on there, music, the vendors, all the same thing. Only thing you're not going to be is at the actual festival, but you will be there through the virtual show. Also, they're going to be giving away some giveaways at Durham Caribbean Festival. And the question that you have to answer is, how long has the Durham Caribbean Festival been in existence? So you answer that question, you'll be sure to get a giveaway. I don't know what it is. Don't hold me to that, what it is or what you're getting or anything like that. You can ask Durham Caribbean Festival what they're going to be giving you. Also, you see the sponsors here, JN Bank, JN Money Transfer. They were on, and you can watch them and see all the services that they have to offer. They're one of the biggest sponsors for the Durham Caribbean Festival. They have been supporting them since the beginning of time. So, support them. So remember, the question to ask on the Durham Caribbean Festival is, how long has the Durham Caribbean Festival been in existence? But anyways, we have an artist here that is going to be performing on the Durham Caribbean Festival. He's been in the festival for, a few times. He's a favorite. He's one of the favorites there. And that's at the festival. So we're going to find out what he's been up to, what he's doing outside of the Durham Caribbean Festival to find out. So with no other further ado, I introduce to you Steele.
Greetings, sister. How you doing?
How are you doing?
Can't complain. The boss. Finally, we
You better get real. You better get real when you're over here. So
I know.
But first of all, I always ask everybody, where do you come from?
Where I was born in Jamaica. So I was born in the small parish of Hanover, Jamaica.
Okay.
And I grew up in Montego Bay. I went to school in Montego Bay. I started my music in Montego Bay, but I was actually born in Hanover, Jamaica. So I'm a countryman. So we put it back. Real countryman.
Because people are gonna look you up, because everybody finds out where they're from on this show and they go look you up. So
good. I want them to look. Make sure they look for Lucy, Lucea. So that's where I was born. I was born in Lucy, Hanover, Jamaica. Real countryman. So I love me yam, my banana, my dumpling, me real. The boss, I'm a real countryman.
So can you cook? Can you cook all this food that you're talking about?
Excellent.
Everybody says they're from Jamaica, they can cook so excellent.
Well,
I've never seen the food cooking excellent yet.
Oh my God. Suppose I tell you something.
Okay.
That's one of the first things my mother taught me to do when I was growing up. Because, from the Caribbean, our parents always said, mine always said to me, listen, if you know how to cook, then woman can give you any kind of things to eat. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what it should taste like. So I grew up learning how to cook. Started young, the fried chicken, whatever it is. If it comes down to Jamaican food, I can cook it. But let me share something with you. And this happened when I came to Canada. I know you're from Barbados.
Yeah, my parents come from Barbados. But you can almost say.
Well, one of my good friends, her soul rest in peace. She's from Barbados. Her name was Barbara Cheltenham, and I'm telling you this: she got me in love with the flying fish. Believe it or not. And she would never, ever, ever go to Barbados and don't bring me back my flying fish. So I got accustomed to that taste of the flying fish. And
you mean the raw one so you could cook it yourself, or the one that was cooked already?
Cooked already and brought back to me.
Excuse me.
Yes. So it was cooked already, brought back. That was, she if she went to Barbados 2 times or 3 times for the year, for sure, she's calling me. She either call me Mark or she says, Steele, I have your fish for you. So wherever she was, I would go find her to get my flying fish. So you can go and talk, think I don't know what's going on.
Okay, well, so you had dolphin too?
No, I've never had the dolphin.
What? That's not it's maybe you guys call it Mai Tai or something.
No, you know what? I honestly cannot remember having dolphin. I guess I grew up with dolphin, and to me, dolphin is when you go to somewhere, you jump on the back of the dolphin.
No, that's not like that. That's not flipper you eat in here. It's a different. That's not it at all. We just call it that. It's just a name that they call it. So it's easier, but it's a very tasty fish. And you get it with the breadfruit, and you can have breadfruit cuckoo, or I don't know if you know what that is.
No, but I'm very, when it comes down to things, because I've never been to Barbados, but I am always very open-minded when it comes.
So you better go. You have to go.
Listen, suppose I tell you something. Before this pandemic hit, my plan was 2020. There were certain islands that I said to myself, I have to go visit. Barbados was one, and I also have never been to Trinidad. Those are two places that I decided that I wanted to go. But then this whole pandemic happened, and it kind of messed it up for everybody still. But I'm just waiting on this place to open back up so we can start moving again. Barbados for sure is somewhere that I'd love to go.
And then you could go to there's a lot of Jamaicans down there too, because when I went, they had some Jamaican restaurants, they had some African restaurants. They have food for everybody down there.
But
I was really surprised.
You know the funniest thing? If I go, say for example, if I go to Barbados, I'm going to tell you, I love my Jamaican food, but probably that would be the last place to visit. What is the sense for me? If I go to somewhere else, I want to discover the place, right? so
and have some good food, and have some real good food. You know what I mean?
Well,
but the food is good though, because we make there's different tastes and different stuff you can get there. So like when I went, you can go down by Oystons. You can get fish fry Fridays. I think the fish fry goes from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I don't think it's Sunday. But they have fish fry there, so everybody's getting all types of fish, any type of fish you want. And they also sell the fresh fish if you want to cook it yourself.
Wow!
But
wow! I'm looking forward to this. I know you guys have some great festivals down there too that I've never been there. Hopefully one day I can be a part of. But that's the journey.
They're very discreet in Barbados. If the festival's not making money, they ain't holding it. They will give people back their money and the refund or whatever. Here it's not going to work. They'll give you everybody here, whoever was okay. But they're very particular. If something's going to work, it's going to sell out. It has to, and everything that I've went to down there is always a sellout. Wow. Everybody gets paid. It's no kind of joke. But if they feel that something's gonna happen, they're not gonna do it.
They just refund, and that's
one island that does that. If it's not working, if they feel the tickets aren't going, or something's happening, they'll cancel and give everybody back their money.
Wow. And don't bother with the show.
Just don't bother with it. Yeah.
But that's a good concept, because I tell you something. Because promoters can project and see what's about to happen. And that's a great concept. And I honestly wish that a lot of places or a lot of promoters did that. Because that would save everybody so much headache. I know
you have enough time that if the artist can want to go do something else, they know from advance, so then they can book themselves to go somewhere else.
That's a great concept. That's a great concept. For a lot of promoters, I think what happens though is when they've invested money in certain things, and then contractual obligation, and they can't get back their money from that person. They can't get back their money from that person to pay back, even to do simple refunds, then it becomes an issue. But I like the concept,
That's why they have done their research first. Right. They make sure that people are going to come to it. They're going to help. Everybody's involved. They're going to, all the big people behind it is going to make sure that place is sold out. And the events I went to, everything was sold out. The food, this, that, and everybody had a good time. So, it's a good concept what they do.
I'm looking forward to my first visit to Barbados. Probably we can make it happen, right, the boss?
Yeah, well, if you come with me, you come with us, me down there. We know.
Why not? Why not?
Only thing, I don't drive down there, but maybe I'm going to take a risk because they drive on the other side.
They drive on the left, just like Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See, well, it would be the same because I drive in Jamaica. So if Barbados is the same, then would be no problem. I take my chances. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you can figure out. It's a very advanced place. When I was
Nice.
talking to JN and stuff, they said the bank is just like you living here. You can go to the bank, you could get to ATM, you tap your
Right.
card, you can go through the drive-through banks. You
Right.
can go through everything. It's just like here. And the only thing is that you're living heat. You can get money. The banks are there. You can go into your bank. You don't have no trouble to get your
Right.
money out.
Right. Right.
Like some
Yeah.
places you go, you can't get your money unless you go here and get the exchange. And there they make it very possible for you to make sure you're going to enjoy yourself and you're not stuck and you have money.
Right. And I'm glad that I see the sponsors behind the JN Bank and JN Money. You know, what I mean, I can honestly say they have been a firm community supporter for a long time. You know, what I mean, I can't.
Do you have a JN bank account or a JN money transfer? You have one?
Yeah, I do.
Well, they said it's good for you to use because you could use it anywhere at the stores that accept the card, right?
Right.
And so I'm going to get one when I go.
When your family call from Jamaica, you either hide, you're either going to hide or you're going to send them money. They're not just calling to say, they're not just calling to say hello.
You want something? Sending a barrel down or the money to buy it. I don't know. It's just when you see the people calling from the Caribbean, you know exactly.
You know what it happening. Is. They always start with hello. Hello is nice, and then how are you? But hey, how are you?
Or I need money on my phone or something. I think I seen in Barbados they have a Digicel office over there too.
Right. So it's always something, and I see that Durham Caribbean too. I mean. They've been doing their thing for a while. I have to bless them up also. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, Durham Caribbean Festival, is one of those festivals that I'm going to tell you something. I think the first time I did that festival, I did not know what to expect, boss. I'm going to be honest with you. I know you didn't ask me about them, but I'm just sharing it anyway.
I was going to ask anyways, but it's okay. It's all right, man. You want to say it's your time, Steele.
Oh, you see, I remember the first time being called to do that festival, right? And normally in Durham, because I remember when Durham was like not built up, nothing was over there, because you don't pass. That's what I said. When you're driving on the 401, you just keep going until you reach to Montreal. If you're going east, you don't think about stopping in Ajax, in Pickering. You're not thinking about that because as far as you're concerned, nothing is there.
Right.
So, but I remember.
That's if you live this side. It's true.
Exactly.
But
so
a lot
I remember
of people
the
live
first
out there.
time. I remember the first time, I was called. Mary called me to do the show, and I took the show with the band, and I went over there and I went in the park, and not to sound no way, but I had to say it when I was on stage. I said, I did not know there was so much black people living over here. I swear. it's like I had to say it to myself, where's so much West Indian people come from? Where's so much black? Boss, when you don't know that exists, right? But I was, shockingly surprised, but it was a positive thing because I was saying to myself, you know what? There is now a festival or an entity that's in Durham that's expanding the Caribbean community, expanding the Caribbean market, and more so just expanding the Caribbean connection, the Caribbean experience, not just Jamaican, not just Bajans, not just Trinidad or people from Ghana, everybody. And then you have white people, black people, whatever color in there. It didn't matter. It was just a great melting pot that I found, at the Durham Caribbean Festival. So and that's the reason why I've done it several times, because I am very, very comfortable when I go to do this festival. So I have to bless up Mary.
Well, we see you dancing a little calypso too. So I was like,
Hey, I'm a bad pan calypso though. You don't want to.
I don't know. Hey. We see you all of a sudden now you're doing calypso. I said, wait a minute, what's going on with this deal?
Listen to me. I am very, very multicultural.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm very, so I dabble into everything. My only problem with soca is you whine too fast all the time. It never stops. You know, you're
Well, either you
constantly
can
going.
keep up or you can't.
Okay. Hey, the
You keep
boss.
up or you can't do it.
I cannot keep up. I'm going to be honest. I will confess that to you. I cannot keep up. Your waist can't be going like this for the whole evening. You know what I mean? It's just going around. so,
I
so
don't know what to say because it's just, some people, I don't, well, I tell you the truth, like when it's really, really hot and you go into
yeah,
the caravan and all that other stuff,
right.
it's very hard. I've seen people pass out and all that, and I said, not me. If it's hot, I'm coming right out.
I stay right within my lane. If I know I only go 30 miles an hour, I'm staying in the 30 miles an hour lane. Those people from those Caribbean islands, when they start, I see some of those people, even at Caribana, when they juke and go down and juke, I'm like, what? I
I'm telling you, Steele, but can you tell people how long have you been in the music entertainment industry?
Well, it's been over 20 years, and I say that, and
Wow.
a lot of people think that I'm still a baby boy at 16. I may have the facial expression of a but so hey, the boss, I am not as young as I look. I just look fresh because I don't take on stress.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But it's been over 20 years, and I can honestly say that I have been one of those blessed artists. And when I say blessed artists, a lot of people look at success from a global perspective. I look at the success from the perspective like this. Anywhere you are, if you can make an impact where you are, you're already successful. It has nothing to do with the amount of money that you have made. It has to do more with the impact that you have made. So if your music can impact somebody's lives and touch somebody's life, then you're doing something well. So it's been over 20 years, and I just have to be grateful, and I have to be thankful for my fans that continues to support the work that I've do. It's been a journey, and I've enjoyed the journey.
Wow. So, what inspires you to do what you do every day?
Well, I tell you, you know, I'll tell you, I try to make my music 110% uncorrupted material. And I'll tell you what I mean. I've always said to myself, the oldest person or the youngest child should be able to walk into a room, or they should be able to take up a steel CD, and they don't have to skip songs because the lyrical content is so provocative, and it's just so, you just can't afford to listen to it. So my impact, my influence has always been when somebody comes up to me and says, Steele, that song that you just did has inspired me, has motivated me, has made me laugh, has made me dance, has just shared something positive in my life. That's my motivation. Now, don't get me wrong, I dabble from time to time in the dancehall thing, but even that, what I mean, the movement and expression is one thing, but the lyrical content is another thing. My lyrical content, I always say it's for general audience. So if it's a song like Push It For Me to Feel Love Thing, whatever it is, it's never going to be explicit to the point where you feel offended. You know what I mean? I'm not an X-rated artist or R-rated artist. I'm a general audience artist. Sometimes a PG, but you know, but that's my that's my motivation. My motivation is when people say to me, Steele, we enjoy what you do, or we are blessed from what you have done, or I have started my day with your song because your song has given me this motivation.
All right. Well, so who have you worked with in the industry?
Oh, well, it's been a long journey. So from a reggae perspective, then you talk about Rita Marley, you talk about Maxi Priest, you're talking about Freddie McGregor. Um, you know, You're talking about Queen Ifrica. You're talking about Tony Rebel. You're talking about Sanchez. You're talking about Luciana. I have done the journey. I've done the festivals in Jamaica. I've done Rebel Salute. I have done Reggae Sunfest. I have done the Kite Festivals in Canada here. I have basically done. If there's a reggae show that has been happening at one point or at a time, I've probably done that show. I have traveled across Canada. I've done those festivals in Calgary. I have done the festivals in Vancouver. I've done the festival in Montreal, in Winnipeg, not to mention the city of Toronto. So, it's been a good journey for me. I can't complain about it.
Well, who would you like to work with that you haven't?
You know, I can tell you this. Growing up, my favorite artist was always Lionel Richie. And I know he's not a reggae artist. He's not, but and I've always admired, the sex appeal and the charisma of a Lionel Richie. So if people would be like, Lionel Richie, he's not even reggae. But I'm telling you, if you ask me what artist I would love to work with or embrace, I would have to say to you, Lionel Richie. You know what I'm saying? Because and that's simple because for a lot of the reggae, I'm not a dancehall artist, so I wouldn't be saying to you that I'm forced to go work with a dancehall artist. I've been, Barry Salmon is probably my favorite reggae artist, but I've shared the stage with Barry. You know what I mean? I have open shows, where Barry has been on the show anyway. So if I was to switch genre for a while, then I would have to probably say, it would be Lionel Richie for an artist. That would be epic for me.
You told us who you'd like to work with,
right,
and stuff like that. Okay, right. So what is your craziest memorable moment that you've had? You can sing too.
You don't ask easy questions,
Why you want something easy? This is Real Life Matters. We want to know.
I suppose I tell you something. I think the craziest, wow. I'll probably have to say years ago when I moved to Canada, and I used to do shows at the Bamboo downtown. I don't know if you're familiar with the Bamboo, when the Bamboo used to be there. Right. So Bamboo used to be a little bit, it was a little place, but it was very unique, on Queen Street. And I think the craziest moment I had is where I was on stage and I was doing sexual healing. When I get this feeling, I want sexual. So I'm doing that song.
Okay.
And this girl jumps on stage and, I was sweating and she literally started tearing my shirt off, and, I tell you something, back then though I didn't mind because those times I had my six-pack, so it was okay.
Six-pack or no pack, that's not right.
Well, but that's not even crazy. She wasn't the only one. Two of her friends jumped on stage too. So they started tugging at this one shirt that I'm wearing. And I'm like, that was probably the craziest because I actually almost fell off stage. I remember it just because, and I'll tell you why I remember. Most recently, recent enough as in 2019, I ran into one of those same young ladies. Now, they're not as young as before, but I'm telling you. And they're actually reminding me about the incident. And I remember it as it was yesterday. So, I mean, it ended up, we had a laugh and we talked about it because now everybody's more mature and all of that stuff. But that was crazy just because it wasn't expected. And the funniest thing is I was even having this conversation with somebody the other day, and I said, what a lot of these artists are doing now, say for example, a lot of Jamaican artists like Dexter Dabbs, he's a good artist. I like watching that artist perform. And I was saying to somebody that, you listen, that type of performance that Dexter is doing now is stuff that I used to do back in the days, believe it or not. I used to do, I used to do the no shirt. I used to do the marina, the sex appeal, but like I said, that's when I had the six-pack. Now it's just a one-pack, so things change. You know what I'm saying? So
now that's what you got to tell people now. If you don't have a 6-pack, you got a 1-pack.
I got a 1-pack. It's a 1-pack. but it's all right. But that's probably the craziest moment that I remember. Apart from that, it's just been a regular thing where, you know, you go on stage and, you know, people are on there with you just having fun and, you know, you're just sharing the stage with them. But that was crazy because it was very unexpected. Very, very unexpected.
So any crazy moments with groupies and all and anything like that coming to your, I'm telling you, we hear all kinds of things. So how did you get on the bus? How did you all of you get on the bus anyways?
You know, I'm gonna be straight, and people may be disappointed, but no crazy groupie moment, and I'll tell you why. And I'm gonna be straight up with you. No crazy groupie moment. The boss, I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do those things. But so one thing I'm always mindful of, and some artists are not mindful of it, but I've always been mindful. Whenever I go to a show, whenever I go to a city, I always keep in mind that, you know, people that you meet are there because they know your music or they've been invited or they're just there to have a good time, not because they know you personally. So, and some of the craziest things, I've seen artists gotten into trouble because they went a little bit too far or they did not set boundaries when it comes down to certain things. Personally, I have always set my boundaries. So this is my routine. If I go to a show, especially out of the city, Vancouver, wherever, my routine is once I'm done my performance, I go to my agent or and I said, everything all right with the money?
Well, that's important.
That's the first thing. So after that, I go, okay, let's figure out who's taking us back to the hotel, who's doing what. I am not, you know, and I meet and greet. I talk to people, but, you know, you can see certain things coming. You understand what I'm saying? I see certain things coming. So to prevent it, because I have seen crazy situations where you leave out of a city and before you know it, there's rumors flying in that city, or you get haunting calls and haunting messages saying you were involved in this, you were involved in that. So I've always been very mindful of that type of stuff. You know, that's the way I've kind of done my thing. You know, it's never been me. So far, I've not been involved in any kind of controversial situation. I don't know what the future holds, but for now, no, I don't know.
All right. So tell us about your song. We're going to hear a couple songs at the end of its interview with Steele. But tell us what was behind you doing sweet reggae music. I love it.
Thank you very much. Well, sweet reggae music is one of those inspirational songs. And, you know, reggae music to me influences a lot of things in the world, or it influences a lot of different moods. You know what I mean? There's so much different form of reggae music. There's the lovers rock. There's, you know, the cultural elements, you know, which is the conscious element. There's the dancehall movement, you know, under the globe of reggae music. And it influenced because, you know, as you know, a song can make you war, a song can make you happy, a song can make you vex, you know what I mean? So a song can make you want to make love to somebody, all those different influences. So when I combine all those feelings in one, I said to myself, sweet reggae music does all that. Reggae music transcends, you know, race, creed, color. Because a lot of those festivals in Europe and all of those, it's not necessarily our culture or our color that's there. So that's what sweet reggae music does. It gathers everybody and it makes them a melting pot, and it creates, you know, all these emotions. And as you know, I have a copy right here. It comes from the latest album, Just Breathe. The audience can see it. So this album came out in 2020. So that's the first single from the album, and it's been doing tremendously well, and it is available.
It sounds like, to me, it sounds like a soca.
But I wanted to make sure that, again, you know, remember I was talking about the influences. So I wanted to make sure that I captured different influences, not just necessarily something for reggae lovers, but for somebody that loves any kind of genre. Like you say, the soca, the merengue, the Afrobeat. I kind of incorporated everything in that one song. And that's what it's bringing out, all different elements. So if somebody in Barbados, Trinidad, wherever is playing it, they can still put it on and feel happy with the song because the vibes from the song. You know, if somebody in Africa, even if they don't understand the lyrics, if they don't speak the language or understand the language.
I can understand it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, but no, just for somebody who don't speak English, you know, there's people who don't speak English, don't understand. They still can find something to relate to. So that's what reggae music brings out. And you know, I'm proud to say the video came out on my birthday. And before I go further, I know June 27th is your birthday, so let me wish you from now. Let me wish you from now a happy birthday when it comes. You know, so I want to put that out there. But Sweet Reggae Music, the video was released through Reggaeville. So anybody right now is embracing it. They're loving the vibes, and you know that's what Sweet Reggae Music brings.
Wow. And I really like that song.
Thank you very much, my sister.
Only thing at the beginning, I guess that's the video. So the beginning, it just shows the guy talking a bit, and then only at one part it cuts to stop the music, like you want to do a pull back or something. Pull up.
You know what it is? Right now, okay, as you know, right now, I don't know if it's the same thing in Barbados, but in Jamaica, there's the protocols now where there's a curfew. So, you know, after a certain time, you're not supposed to have certain music. You're not supposed to have no party. You're not supposed to have anything. So the pull-up pretty much demonstrates what happens, because that's when the police came in and you know, for some reason, the patrons that were there, the people there having a good time, they're now thinking the police is there to stop off the party and lock off the party.
Right.
But in fact, he was there to have a good time too. You know what I'm saying? So the pull-up that you saw just demonstrates that these things are happening. But, you know, I mean, given the protocol and in spite of everything, we still got to find time to have a good time, you know? So that's what that...
Well, that girl was doing the split. That was a good split for the whole time.
Not true. So is that something that you could do?
Was that done here or was that done in Jamaica?
No, that was done in Jamaica. Yeah, some of the videos were like the part that you saw in the beginning and all that stuff, that was shot here. Then it was sent to Jamaica, and some part was done in Jamaica, and the editing and all of that was done. You know, so are you for that type of dancing, the splitting and the bubbling up and carrying on? That's not your thing.
You don't have to ask me twice. So you're gonna see me unless something is wrong, totally wrong, or something. You will not see me doing that.
I know. See, I say, you know, isn't expression crazy though? If I ever try that, you know, listen, I tell people all the while, I have, as you can see, I have one dance. I either speed it up or I slow it down. But I don't take out more than what I can manage at all at no point.
You're not going to see me up on top of my head. No. No. That's just too much.
That's crazy.
I'm sure the men like that, but they wouldn't be doing that either.
Oh, no. You know what? I mean, hey, I always say to each his own, you know what I mean? If it's not for you, it's not for you. It's not for me, it's
I don't know
not for me.
if you're a woman or somebody like that's doing that, I don't think you guys would like that.
And you're probably right, you know. You know, isn't that
those
crazy?
People usually single or they're going there like that and doing that. I don't think if it was your woman coming or anybody or you doing that, they'd be like, "What are you doing on the phone?" Out. Let's go. We're leaving.
That's what I'm saying. You know, and you are right, because you see, no man like the extra attention. No man likes the extra attention.
You got on a dress and you're doing that. Excuse me. I've seen people do that in the dress too. So
that's crazy. But if some people don't mind it, some people like to express themselves. What is for me is for me. What is not for me is not for me. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't for me.
What?
So what are you working on now, and what more can we expect from you, Steeles?
Well, you know what? I'm always in the studio, always working. I'm still in the process, like I said. I'm still promoting the new album, so that's still going on. I want everybody that's watching or listening to you right now to go online. Anywhere music is sold, they can get it. Just look for Steele, Just Breathe. 14 blazing tracks. that they can get it. Now I'm back in the studio.
Where they gonna get? Where can they get it at? Where, like where?
Well, so if you go to your iTunes, Spotify, your Google stores, anywhere online that's music is sold, they can get it. They can definitely pick it up. They can download the CD. Anywhere music is sold online, they'll find it. Just Google Steele, Just Breathe. The name of the album is Just Breathe. They'll find it there for sure. If they can't find it,
Just Breathe.
Just Breathe, breathe.
Oh, just breathe.
Right.
How did you come up with that name?
Well, you know what it is. I tell you something. Sometimes when you're going through, and the boss, you could probably relate to this now. This pandemic came along, and it's like, the whole world is shut down, and there's so much things that could bottle the mind, and just put you in that vibes where you feel like this is just crazy. Just Breathe is just pretty much saying, you know what? Inhale, exhale, take it easy, lay back a minute. Life is throwing all these things to you. Relax, inhale, just breathe. Just relax, take it easy, one day at a time. You will be okay. Calm down, don't stress too much. Just exhale, just breathe. So that's where that came from, just that moment. Yeah.
And Steele, how did you come up with Steele, the name Steele?
Steele is actually my name.
Which one, your middle name or your pet name or which name?
This is actually my last name, and my full name is Mark Steele. Okay. And a lot of people have asked me that because a lot of people think it's strong, and where did I get it from? But thanks to my father. So I'm going to have to live with this one for a long time. Well, all the days of my life, actually. And Steele represents strength. Hopefully I can keep strong. If you see me falling and not living up to the reputation and name, just pull me up and say you're supposed to be Steele. Lift yourself up, straighten up yourself, you know what I mean? If you want some welding to it so we can weld you back together, but uplift yourself. That's where the name comes from. So it's actually my name, Steele, Mark Steele.
All right. So what's your social medias? I know you say you can reach on Spotify, but if people want to reach out to you on Facebook or wherever, IG.
Yeah. Anybody wants to reach out to me on Facebook, it's Steele Mobs, SteeleMobs. That's Steele Mobs on Facebook. If you're on Instagram, it's Steele_Mobs or The Real Steele 1. So I have two. So it's either SteeleMobs or Instagram, Steele 1. Steele, The Real Steele 1. THEREAL. I can't remember too much things. The Real Steele and the number 1. This is a tongue
might
twister.
Need to go eat some food then.
No, if they choose to go, if they want to go on YouTube, I'm still developing my YouTube account, but on YouTube it's Steele Official Music. Steele Official Music. So I'm all over the place, and they can always email me. Just Google
book you, and they can book you when everything's open. That people can book you and stuff like that.
For sure.
As long as you got your money straight.
As long as the money is straight, and just remember, I tell people my best times is when I'm on stage. I'm not just a singer. One thing that I've maintained, I've always said, if somebody wants to hear a song, they listen to CD. If they want to see a performance, they go to a show. So my motto has always been, if somebody comes out to see a Steele show, they should be getting a show, which means involvement, which means action, which means energy. So any promoter out there who wants to book Steele, just get in touch. We can work the details out. No problem. Everything is good.
All right. Well, Steele, I tell you this, we had a good time here today.
Well, the boss, listen to me. It was a pleasure. This was supposed to happen before, but nothing happens before the time.
That's right.
So I want to thank you for taking the time. I want to thank your audience for tuning in and not tuning me out. Spread the word. Hopefully each person that sees this and hears this will share, and just subscribe to whatever and share the message with Steele. Look out for the music, look out for the album, support the journey. And I thank you for your time.
I want my CD, my personal copy.
110%, it's safe. Yeah.
Whenever we see, I don't know what area you're in, but anyway.
You must see me. I am not hiding. If I have to make sure that it gets to the Durham Caribbean Festival to make sure it gets to you, you will make sure to get it, my sister. I appreciate you. I truly appreciate you. I thank you for taking the time to invite me on your show and to give me this platform, and enough love.
You got to come back again. You got to come back again. Not just for the Durham Caribbean Festival. You can come back again and tell us what's going on when you're releasing your new stuff, because a lot of people come on, and because the audience is big. But we do want to thank you. I want to thank Durham Caribbean Festival. If you guys want to see Steele's, tune in, log in to Durham Caribbean Festival on June 27th, and you'll see Steele along with a lot of other artists. But you could, all the details are there. And also don't forget to go for the giveaway, which is, how long has the Durham Caribbean Festival been in existence?
Right.
And we're not going to tell you the answer.
And for all who tune in, for all who tune in to the Durham Caribbean Festival, the Caribbean debut of the video will be there also, so they can watch the video during the Caribbean Festival. So there's a lot of things. You'll see the information. You'll see a lot of my involvement, because I'm not just involved. I'm multitasking, so I'm not just involved in music. There's a lot of things that I do. That's my story.
That's it. This is my story.
This is my story. Thank you again, sister, for your time. The boss.
Yes, and you're going to see the video after we finish concluding here. You're going to see the video. So just before the program ends, sweet reggae music, and then one other song. We're going to say we'll leave that one as a surprise.
Leave it as a surprise, but they'll love it too.
They'll love it. It's okay. Because that's what we're here for, is to bring out, if you're an artist, a company, a brand, a business, this is what we do, for you guys to see everybody, and and bringing out in your story. And today you heard Steele's story and how he came about and how he went and how he likes to cook. So we got to hold him to that one. He's got to cook some food.
I'll throw the barbecue and invite you.
All right, and I do want to thank all the viewers today for tuning in to Real Life Matters, and follow me. You can see it on the screen. Just follow. I've seen thank for everybody that has followed me already, because I noticed the increase, and please subscribe to the YouTube channel DBoss Networks, and you can see all the videos that you haven't seen in the past and stuff. And you of course you're not going to see Steele's yet till after it's posted, and we'll share it. So anyways, I do thank everybody again. So bye for now.
One love.
One love.
One love, sis.
Don't leave.
Yo, Nago! Nago! Yo! Now who that? I mean, man, Steve. What Reggie? Why? Me like what I want to so what you there one place and I listen. And when me hear them show down you big tune, sweet reggae music. Me say, you don't know who that? Yeah, they go, oh, you mean if you know who that? Me say, you don't know who that, but me tell you who that. That has Steele.
When the baseline roll, some get out of control. The woman move her waistline because she feels so fine. So what a joy it brings when you touch her within. The whole world starts singing about the same one thing. They say them call it sweet, 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 sweet reggae music. And this our music sweet, 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 sweet reggae music. Yes, them call it sweet, 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 sweet reggae music. The whole world love this sweet, 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 sweet reggae music.
Hello. Selector, how do you feel like have a sound? Play your music.
On the island we call them rock. Reggae music a be non-stop. A pure good vibration. This a music a touch every nation. Turn up the speaker, make it boss. Nobody cause no fuss. No for sure this is no contest. Reggae music and nothing less. Sweet, 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 sweet reggae music. And this a music sweet, 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 sweet reggae music. Me say we call it sweet, 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 sweet reggae music. The whole world love this sweet, 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 sweet reggae music. Now when the bassline roll, some get out of control. The woman move her waistline because she feels so fine. So what a joy it brings when it touch her within. The whole world starts singing about the same one thing. See them call it sweet, 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 sweet reggae music. And this our music sweet, 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 sweet reggae music. Me say them call it sweet, 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 sweet reggae music. The whole world love this sweet, 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 sweet reggae music. Me say them call it sweet, 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 sweet reggae music. And this our music sweet, 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 sweet reggae music. Yes, them call it sweet, 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 sweet reggae music.
$7 was just
So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted.
Now this is real life. Have you have a good vibe, good vibe? Yes, this is real life. See, I can never tolerate people try to segregate one kind from another kind. Some of them are instigate, hate them, that's not your race. Blind, still I try to lead blind. What are them leaders fighting for? When we picnic them apart, to me it's just bizarre. What the hell we fighting for? Now this is real life. So time we have a good vibe. Now this is real life. So time we have a good vibe. Teach them about your love and make we chant a song tonight. Now this is real life. This is real life. People try to tell me this, Steele really dreaming. This world will never change me, friend. Martin Luther set the trend, Bob Marley echo him. Love was them anthem. So what's the cure for this problem? Why don't them leaders make amends instead of spreading them more false doctrine? Now this is real life. Time for have a good vibe. Now this is real life. Time for have a good vibe. Teach them about your love and make me chant a psalm tonight. Yo, this is real life. Oh, this is real life. I can never tolerate people try to segregate one kind from another kind. Some of them are instigate, hate them, that's not your race. Blind, still I try to lead blind. What are them leaders fighting for? When we picnic them apart, to me it's just bizarre. What the hell we fighting for? Now this is real life. So time we have a good vibe. Now this is real life. So time we have a good vibe. Teach them about your love and make we chant a psalm tonight. Now this is real life. This is real life. People try to tell me this, Steele really dreaming. This world will never change me, friend. Martin Luther set the trend, Bob Marley echo him. Love was them anthem. So what's the cure for this problem? Why don't them leaders make amends instead of spreading the more false doctrine? Now this is real life. have a good